Hello and welcome to my next video for the reviews of the Madness at the Darkmoon Faire set. We're continuing with the Hunter cards and just reminding that I'm not actually rating them, I'm more seeing their potential and giving my initial thoughts on the cards. So we start off here with the Mystery Winner, 1 mana 1/1, Battle Cry, Discover a Secret. With all 1 cost cards you have to well, this is going to have a much higher chance of seeing play than, say, for instance, Jewel of N'Zoth. Obviously, you could play as in a Highlander deck and a Secret deck. Just a lot of good value. Not great stats, but it doesn't matter because you're discovering a card, and that's the main. That's the key part of this card. Card here. So you get this effect. If you're playing this on 1, you get a Secret on 2. Seems good. Dancing Cobra for 2 mana, 1/5 stats, corrupt, gain poisonous. You don't see a lot of poisonous minions. Only poisonous minions I've seen for a while are either on Battlegrounds or with Ambush, the Rogue Secret. You don't usually play poisonous minions by themselves. This would be very nice stat line for a poisonous minion though. But the problem is it only works if you corrupt it, which is a bit of an issue. Because you're not playing this on turn 2, you're not playing this on turn 3, you're playing this on turn 4 or later. And that's why I don't think that this is quite good enough. I like the stat line though, and I think that if it got buffed by a card like Don't Feed the Animals here, it might be alright. But the problem is Don't Feed the Animals isn't that great either. It gives all beasts in your hand +1/+1. Corrupt, give them +2/+2 instead. So you're playing some sort of beast hunter deck and you're wanting to hand buff. Hand buffing is a notoriously fickle effect in Hearthstone. It was tried back in Gadget Zan, and all the hand buff things basically fell apart. Nothing really worked. Everyone just played other powerful things. If you're playing hand buffs, you have to have cards in hand. If you want to have cards in hand, you're probably not gaining control of the board. And that's the problem with this card. +1/+1 is alright, but the problem is it's too slow. +2/+2 is great, but it only works if you play a card that costs more while it's in your hand. And perhaps there's some sort. This is the only potential I see for this card, is some sort of damage burst combo with some sort of boars, or I forget the card. Ah yes, Beastmaster Lerox if you're summoning some charge minion beasts from your hand. In that case this might be alright, but apart from that, no. 2 mana Secret here, as all Hunter Secrets are. Open the Cages. When your turn starts, if you control 2 minions, summon an animal companion. I really like the fact that it's when your turn starts, because this is going to be really annoying for your opponent to play against, because they don't know what secret you've got up there. Is it Explosive Trap? Is it Freezing Trap? Is it Snake Trap? Where do they attack? What do they remove? Getting an animal companion for 2 is good. I think that you might not actually play this in your deck, but if you're getting off of a Discover, you're happy to have it. Next card, Petting Zoo, 3 mana spell here. Summon a 3/3 Strider, repeat for each secret you control. So, if you got no secrets, it's a 3/3 for 3, which is alright. No, that's not that great. If you've got 1 secret up, that becomes 2 3/3s, which is pretty good. 6/6 for 3 mana is obviously amazing. If you have more than 1 secret, then this card just becomes busted. And it curves very well with secret on 2. For example, Open the Cages. And I think that this is the card that might make Secret Hunter a viable archetype. Speaking of Secret Hunter, again, we have Rinling's Rifle, 4 mana, 2/2, legendary hunter weapon. After your hero attacks, discover a secret and cast it. this seems really good. Obviously the stats are not that great, but if you're discovering a secret and casting it twice, then you're able to choose when to play the petting zoo, and your opponent doesn't know what secret it is because it might not be one that you run in your deck. So this is why secrets and hunter usually could do quite well, is because people don't know what to play around. And I think that this is going to be good in that deck. Trampling Rhino. 5 mana 5/5 rush. After this attacks and kills a minion, excess damage hits the enemy hero. So, in Magic the Gathering there's a keyword called trample, which is basically this. If it kills a minion, then excess goes to the hero, enemy hero. And this seems alright, but the problem is it's not alright, just doesn't cut it. Why are you running this card in your deck? I think that this is an amazing arena card, but I can't see you playing this in constructed, perhaps maybe as a one-of in a Highlander deck. But the current Highlander build doesn't actually want to have very many expensive minions or cards. You want to have lots of cheap things, and you're dealing damage to face is more aggressive. I like that it deals damage to face though. That's the only thing that might make it good enough to play in a constructed deck. This is a very restrictive card here coming up. 6 mana 4/4 Maxima Blastenheimer, a legendary card. Battle cry, summon a minion from your deck. It attacks the enemy hero, then dies. So it restricts the cards you can put in your deck to ones that you don't care if they die or have high attack. So you don't want to be playing cards like Mystery Winner or Dancing Cobra. You want to be playing cards like Darkmoon Tonk, or my idea when I saw this card was Octosari. So you're paying 6 mana 4/4 to deal 8 to face and then draw 8 cards, which is a insane idea. Obviously that's a high roll, but if you've only got a few cards in your deck which are minions, then that might not happen as rarely as you might think. So I like the potential for this card. The problem is it obviously restricts your deck to not playing cheap minions, which might be a problem for seeing this. Next card, Darkmoon Tonk. Death Rattle 5/4 missiles at random enemies that deal 2 damage each. 7 mana 8/5. This is the kind of card that you want to be playing in that deck. You're dealing 4 missiles at random enemies, hopefully to face. That would be very nice, but also clearing the board, it might help there as well. Not a lot to say about this card. It does what it says in the tin. I think it's only going to be seeing play with Maxima, perhaps. Also, maybe Oblivitron. That could be good. Jewel of N'Zoth. 8 mana spell, epic. Summon 3 friendly Death Rattle minions that died this game. I think we're all glad that this is a hunter spell and not a priest spell, so no resurrect effects there. Death Rattle minions that died this game. So if you're playing Maxima Blasenheimer with the Tonk or Octosari and so on, I'm not sure if you want to resummon Octosari, but some big Death Rattles to resummon, that seems pretty good. I like that it costs 8 mana, so you can get down earlier. Yeah, so that's another way you can build your hunter decks, is probably either secrets or some sort of Death Rattle build. That seems like the new archetypes that they're pushing. So thank you for joining me for the hunter review, and I'll see you next at the mage review. Hope to see you there.